Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Just One Life, and today we're playing with Izzet Turns. The goal of this deck is to set up walls, use spot removal, use sweepers to keep us alive long enough. We may get low, but that's when we take another turn, and another turn, and another turn, until we have enough turns to win the game. The walls are our smoldering eggs that act as 0/4s until we can finally flip them and start burning things. The spot removal is Spikefield Hazard, Dragon's Fire, and Shatterskull Smashing. Our sweeper is only Cinderclasm, and that's all we need. Wandering Mind digs into our deck and gets us more Alchemist Gambits and Alrund's Epiphanies. The Goldspan helps ramp us from turn 5 straight up to turn 7. Even if we don't have an extra land, our treasures sacrifice for 2 mana. And that's it. Let's get straight into the games. This is an excellent starter. We'll start off with this tapped land since we will need red mana on our second turn. Perfect. We're going to cast a Smoldering Egg. I feel like they have removal. It may be mono black control. Ooh, black-red. Okay. I think I want to get a second Smoldering Egg into play. And now next turn is an Expressive Iteration, and then follow that with a Goldspan. Yep. Absolutely expected a kill spell. Awesome. Now let's draw some good cards. I will put another Expressive Iteration in my hand, bottom the Dragon's Fire, and play this land. Now I wonder if our opponent's deck is just all removal. Oh, they've got some aggro. Well, we drew a very timely Dragon's Fire. So instead of Goldspan, let's cast this Expressive Iteration. Ooh, we'll put Alrund's in our hand. Bottom the Alchemist Gambit. And we'll play this land side tapped. Dragon's Fire. Your Battlecry Goblin. So they kept it alive. That was pretty neat. Malakir Rebirth. They can pay 1. I think I'll hold back from blocking. We're gonna flip this next turn. Yep, it was a bait. Okay. We can Goldspan. It's definitely our play. We make a treasure. So I'm going to use our treasure to foretell this. And it's because I'm worried about opponent killing our Goldspan and our treasure no longer taps for 2 mana. We'll play this on red. Also, they are playing black and they may have a discard spell. This protects all runs from being removed. Price of Loyalty. They took the Goldspan, which did give us a treasure. I'll of course block there. Oh no, they're sacking our gold span. Good play, opponent. Okay. We have enough mana to Expressive Iteration before Alrund's Epiphany. So we'll do it. We put into our hand Alrund's Epiphany, bottom this, and exile that. Boom. And Alrund's Epiphany. Paying 6. And we'll do 2 damage to them. This is looking like a win. Our opponent's fully tapped out. And we already have the win, but here's another Alrund's Epiphany. Just for funsies. And that's it. Game 1 down. Taking all the turns. Triple egg. It's a little risky to keep a triple egg hand, but I'm going for it. Start with our tap land. I know we could have it come in untapped, but we have nothing to play on turn 1. And we don't know if we want this on blue or red yet. Okay. Egg. This might be mono white. I see snow-covered plains and I just assume. Yep, sure enough. Well, we have a Dragon's Fire. Okay. Goodbye, Luminarch. And we'll have this come in on blue. If I draw a land, I'll double egg. If I don't, I'll just play Wandering Mind. Brutal Cathar, taking my egg. So rude. Okay, well, as discussed, double egg. You take 1 egg, I have 2 more. Problem is, they're kind of useless unless I can flip them. Yep, that comes through. I'm not throwing an egg away for no reason. Okay, let's Wandering Mind. Top 6 cards. A whiff? Are you kidding me? So many spells are instants and sorceries. That is as unlucky as you could possibly get. Oh my god, that hurts. And they fire up the Faceless Haven again. This time they attack with both. Odd choice. I will block there. Hall of the Storm Giants. Okay, well, let's Wandering Mind again. Okay. We can take... We have 6 mana available to us next turn, which is not enough for Alchemist's Gambit. We need 7. We could divide by 0 one of their creatures, or we could Expressive Iteration looking for more stuff. Let's divide by 0. Unfortunately, this comes in tapped, so we can't actually cast it on their turn. And we won't attack. We'll just hold back to block the Faceless Haven with double Wandering Mind. Yep, they fire it up again. Interesting. They're up to something. I'm going to double block here, and no other blocks. Let's see what they've got. I think they expected me to use Smoldering Egg to block again. It's the only thing that explains this odd attack. Okay. We will Expressive Iteration. Hand. Bottom. Exile. So we could cast this for 2 and deal 2 damage. 2 damage is not enough to matter, though. so I'll just play it as a land. And focus on Divide by Zero. Another Faceless Haven, sure. I'll Divide by Zero the Sun Gold, if given the chance. I don't really want to pay 3 life for the ward. It's kind of like getting hit by it anyway. Opponent, that's a blunder. Okay, that's our opportunity to Divide by Zero. I see now they just wanted to turn that on so they could use the Coven ability. We'll Mascot Exhibition here. It'll be a nice stall tactic. And it will flip our Smoldering Eggs. Ooh. Flip, flip. We'll attack with those since we have plenty of throwaway blockers with these tokens. So I'm pretty sure this seals the deal. All we need to do is block their 3 ground creatures, come in the air, Gambit, come in the air. Game over. If our opponent doesn't see it, that's okay. They actually only have 2 attackers now. Yep, that's not enough. We actually only need 1 attack. Oh no, it flips back, so we will need 2 attacks. Hey, a gold span. But no. Alchemist Gambit with Cleave. 2 damage up here. And then a gold span. Expressive Iteration would have been enough also. Alright, good game, opponent. Mono white down. And our second victory. Another excellent hand. Mono green. This time I think I'll start off with this tapped. We won't be playing it on turn 2. In turn 3 we're going to Wandering Mind. No turn 2 play by mono green. Well, that's just shocking. We'll foretell. Perhaps they did have a play. You see there's a stick there? It's probably a inscription or snakeskin veil. Cemetery Prowler has nothing to prowl. Okay. We'll get our Wandering Mind in there. Top 6, what do you got for us? Another Turns card would be good. There's only Expressive Iteration or Spikefield Hazard. Spikefield Hazard does nothing for us, except be a land. But Expressive Iteration will find a land for us anyway. I think I still get Wandering Mind in there next turn. Because 2 Wandering Minds can block something like a Cemetery Prowler. Whereas Expressive Iteration would only advance us a card in hand. We'll take this 3. And there's the Chariot. Vigilance ended up mattering quite a bit right there. Alright, we got a gold span. Love the gold span. So we're going to end up Wandering Mind into gold span. Ooh, look at all these choices for extra turns. The problem is that we're putting 2 turns cards on the bottom of our library. Not a big fan of that. No tax. Now we have blockers. I'll definitely block the Chariot, given the choice. However, opponent still has that Snakeskin Veil or Inscription we suspected they have earlier. There's a Ranger class. Okay, they're coming in with everything. At the risk of getting blown out by that Snakeskin Veil they clearly have, we're going to block like this to take the least damage. Okay, we can Mountain, Goldspan. We'll have to block, and we could start taking turns after that. Even though I don't like it, no attacks with the Goldspan. Sad. They can play a Troll. They can crew the Chariot with a Troll. No, they crew it with 2 tokens. Are you going to level up Ranger class? No, they come to combat. Well, 9 damage is definitely not lethal. I'm tempted just to take this. I can't think of a card that pumps them by 4. We'll just block the 2/2. 7 damage isn't even close. They would need to have an extra 6 damage in their hand. If they can kill a Goldspan with multiple cards, that's fine. They don't have enough for a kicked Inscription. They only have 4 available to them. So it's just a regular Inscription. Okay. It's time to start taking turns. We basically have to, or we're gonna die. Alright. Turn number 1. I sure hope that we, get things that we need. This feels a little bit, this feels like a desperation move here. Okay, we drew another Alrund's Epiphany. So we'll play this one on red and cast it. We may just dig ourselves out of this yet. Oh, Jasper, a Sentinel. Well, next turn, we can actually kill Jasper, a Sentinel. Ooh, a Dragon's Fire isn't bad. So we'll Alrund's Epiphany, leaving up a red. Come in with 3 birds. Perfect. They block with Jasper Sentinel. And I will Spikefield Hazard their creature. Now show me Snakeskin Veil. Boom, there it is. And we take another extra turn. Okay, so we drew a Shatter Skull Smashing. So if we pay 2 in to this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left over. putting this at x equals 4. So we could kill this and this. That's an interesting option. If we just play the Shadow Skull, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, x equals 6 or more, it does twice x. We would deal 2. Yeah. Let's play this x equals 6. And we'll kill both of these. Opponent has another Snakeskin Veil. So it doesn't kill the Cemetery Prowler. Fair enough. We have enough blockers to stay alive. It gains Trample. Well, that's unfortunately going to do it. I've never seen Master Symmetrist before, and man, it was important here because we could have just chumped all these and burned and drawn into some answers. So, well played, opponent. And so, unfortunately, we go to -1. Well played, mono green. Okay, this is a workable hand. We've got a Spikefield Hazard we can put in as our red. In turn 2, we can play the egg. Turn 3, a Wandering Mind. Perfect. We could also hold up a Dragon's Fire. Opponent just decides to concede? Wow. I guess some games are just that easy. This is definitely a keepable hand. We'll play Storm Carved Coast on turn 1, so that we have red available on turn 2 for our Smoldering Egg. Alright. Ooh, it's definitely mono white. Okay, they've got an Usher. So, it will definitely be Dragon's Fire on turn 3. We've got the wall. I'm sure they're gonna boast. No? Why even attack? Cinderclasm. Ooh. Maybe we actually hold off on Dragon's Fire and Cinderclasm everything. I like that. We'll pretend we have nothing for now. Ooh, yes. Commit more. Oh my gosh. We'll block one of these, and it's time for Cinderclasm. Actually, it's an instant. We can do it on their turn. We'll wait for this to resolve and respond by casting this with Kicker. Now they're just going to have to take Alrund's Epiphany. They didn't take the Epiphany? Are they mad? Alright, well, we'll egg and foretell. And next land, we start casting Epiphany. We have an Alchemist Gambit. It's not good enough. Although casting this Dragon's Fire will flip our Smoldering Egg. So we may just do this. Well, let's pass to their turn. See what they do in combat. They have a flying 3/4 with First Strike. Oh yeah, that's the one we kill. So we'll respond. Decline to choose a dragon. and kill their intrepid adversary. Flip one Smoldering Egg into an Ashmouth. And hopefully deter their attack. Yep, they've seen enough. We've taken control of the game, and Mono White is out of there. Well, as you saw, this deck is clearly very powerful. We took out 4 out of 5 games, and the only game we lost was a very intricate game where Mono Green had all the right instants as answers at all the right times, giving themselves hexproof twice against our removal. Otherwise, this deck performed phenomenally. If you want to craft a deck that beats basically all mid-range strategies, this is the deck. It feels pretty fun going down to, 4 or 5 life, and then casting extra turn after extra turn, and coming back and stealing the game away. I'm sure it feels devastating for our opponents, but it feels pretty good for us. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Fist bump, high five.